That means it's time. Yeah, that means it's time for the announcements portion of today's session. The announcements are Baptized in Blood is now on Mondays. It seems like this is a time people can meet. I say as I'm looking at two people not being here at the moment. Hopefully they will be here when they are here. That said, schedule. I should post the May schedule. That's what I should do about the schedule. Also, we have a session of Kingdom of Darkness on Wednesday. Tomorrow we have a introduction session for character Aurelia Duskwood for the upcoming campaign Song of the Crown. And then Thursday we have a introduction session for character Tylia, who is also in the campaign Song of the Crown. So that is this week. There's a lot happening this week. Also, if you were looking forward to Door of Eternity this week, it's not happening because the campaign ended. You missed it. You missed it. The campaign wrap-up and final episode will be uploaded to YouTube as soon as I remember to do so and have the time. So, that all said, that's the announcements. Would any of you like to give an attempt at a recap?
I would.
Darrow, go ahead. It is your job.
I am in fact. Yes, I am in fact ready for this, so.
Great.
When we last left our heroes, we were tasked with transporting a convoy through enemy lands with a squad of purgators nipping at our heels. Where earlier we might have seen them as an equal for our entire squad, they were not so lucky this last time. After a concerted effort and an dire number of casualties from our brave frontliners, we managed to break the purgators and lead our convoy to the final challenge. A brand new wave of weaker forces in a last-ditch effort to stop us in our tracks. However, much more dire, we found at their head a squad of Prilators waiting to ruin our day. Our day, however, was not to be ruined. Through a monumental effort, we fought back and destroyed the skeletons and scrumboar ambushers, with the Prilators the last to fall to a hail of arrows, allowing our convoy to proceed unperturbed.
Wonderful. Okay.
Yes.
Do we feel like we need to do intros? Do we all know who we are? I think we all know who we are.
I know who I am.
You know who you are, but do you know who they are? We'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out. On today's episode of Baptized in Blood, not sponsored by baptisms or blood.
But could be. Call us.
Could be. Call us. Yeah, that's right. I'm open to sponsorship from either of those things only. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get started. So, as Darrow said, the last we left off, you guys were here. There we go. It had grown. Wait a minute. This is the wrong day. Let me fix that. Calendar. 'Tis not the 24th of Crozius, and Jordan would know that because he tends to keep track of all of that. It is the 19th of Crozius. It is also not the middle of the night, it is the middle of the day. So let's go ahead and wind this back. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. There we go. Pay no attention to that giant pile of dead bodies in the middle of that field. They're not our concern today. Okay.
I mean, I wanted to say, should we be concerned about the giant body in the in the lake? But you moved it.
I did move it. Yeah. Okay. You guys have 5 bonuses. I'm going to let you know that you have 5 of them now. Your bonuses are in the neighborhood of 1 plus 2 and 4 plus 1s. So keep those in mind. There we go. Okay. So yes, you guys were going to investigate the Gorgons' headquarters. The clamor of battle settles, and there's quiet again. Some of the men are checking the perimeter, looking for any stragglers that may be lurking in the shadows. Others are searching the grounds for any signs of survivors. The silence of the siege engines was palpable during the battle. The Gorgons were supposed to be providing artillery cover for you, and looking at this place, it seems to be abandoned. Looking upon the exterior of the battalion's headquarters, there appears to be nothing out of place. The front door seems to be shut slightly, as if the building had been secured. The battlements were intact, and the siege engines have not been disturbed. There's not a soul other than the members of the 4th Salamanders and your own 14th Bane Knights out and about the place. No one has come to greet you, or to take your cargo off your hands.
This doesn't bode well.
Yeah, a lot of bandits. Here's empty vibes.
Not quite able to hear Danny very well. Are you guys able to hear him all right?
He cuts in and out, but I get the impression he said that it seems eerie and abandoned.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Yes.
Very,
Yes.
Very spooky, too.
Yeah. Big spooky.
I'm immediately going to notice the giant ballistae over here, and as a past bow nerd, hobble my one-legged ass over to inspect them, assuming there's nothing else I see on the way in.
Well, it's fairly abandoned.
Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna kind of wander on in.
And I will apologize for being on the late side. However, meeting at work ran over a bit, and so I got here as soon as I could.
Understood. Thank you.
It's the downside of the majority of your group working Pacific time.
Oof.
So you approach these siege engines, and they appear to be abandoned. There are no bodies outside.
How many men does it take to operate one of the ballista?
About 5.
Can't just do it solo?
Nope. I mean, you can, but it takes a while because they're heavy. You have to turn it, adjust it, load it, draw it back, aim it, fire it. It's a lot of work to do by yourself.
Can I cast detect magic on the area?
Yeah, you can cast. Are you casting it as a spell or as a ritual?
If we've had time while people are looking around, I would have been ritual casting it.
Okay, ritual cast.
Okay, I need to hop on the Foundry instance still, but that's my contribution at the moment.
Okay. There's Jordan. We got the whole gang together. We did it.
We did it, guys.
We did it, guys. All right. So, you've approached these siege engines here, Darrow.
Yes. Yes. My group is not artillery specialized, but I'm gonna, while we have a moment, I'm gonna set them to work trying to reposition them. So all we need to do is potentially pull the trigger if we do see someone coming, and we can just absolutely splatter them.
Sure, yeah, they're gonna spend their time doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, I see Keeve is muted. I'll move her into the fort. Raven, what is Amelia up to?
Good question.
Yep.
I kind of forgot what was on my character sheet already. So
Sorceress. Interested in clockwork? You bring it up with C.
You said there wasn't any bodies, but is there any sign of a struggle, like blood or scratches or anything the like in the area?
You find the loose crossbow bolt or arrow here and there, but nothing that says this place was brutally attacked.
What does this place smell like?
Give me a perception check.
One sec.
Yep. Yeah, don't put AoEs from the regular spellbook down on these maps.
Oops, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I missed it. I tried to do the okay, cast the spell.
I get it.
Don't
I get what
I'm
you're trying
doing
to
a
do.
ritual casting, etc. Yeah, but I'm trying to do it right.
That's fine. This
But-
is just not the map
yeah.
for it because each hex is different scale than regular map. So
Okay, well that's okay. So whenever you get a chance, let me know what my detect magic in that journal, and I kind of centering it kind of in, I guess, this area here, given that's where we're at the moment.
sure. Cinder, you don't smell anything that's out of the ordinary, really. This place smells like oil and it's got that faded scent of sweat and grease. There's a little bit of you can kind of smell blood a little bit, but it's not outside. It's coming from somewhere else. Cinder says, "Seems fine here. Where is everyone?" Your detect magic does not detect any magic in the yard. On the
No magic in the yard.
no,
Are there windows to this building?
This building is a fort, so no. There's a
Well, I didn't know there would be windows that would count as arrow slits or things like that.
no. They don't really use those too much. They have it does have a second floor that is a cover that has a covered rampart, barbicans and such. But it doesn't have windows. So from a ranged defense standpoint, it has plenty of places to shoot from. But it does not have windows.
How about the other buildings off to the other side?
They look.
Do they have windows?
And they're more like the buildings that you are used to back at your headquarters, where it's just one long building where people sleep. So no, it just has the one door on one side. It looks like it's a standard blueprint that they use to throw up these buildings quickly.
Okay. Fair enough.
Everyone is too scared to approach the fort.
I'm assuming that with what's going on, we're not being the quietest folks in the world. So I will the closest one of those buildings over there that's not the fort, but like that you would expect would be like barracks. I will try knocking on the door and see if I get a response.
Sure, you go over there, you knock on the door, no response. The door isn't locked when you knock on it. You can tell it's kind of doing a little bit of give. You want to look inside?
Let us let's see. Let me check my. Yeah, well, I have a shield, so I have my shield raised, and I look inside
Okay,
in case there's something scary in there. That way, I get the extra AC from the shield.
you raise your shield, you open the door, you go inside, and no one's in here.
And I try to do my best impersonation of the sweep and clear kind of thing as I look around to see if I see anybody.
There's no one inside the building.
And unless someone else stops me, I will do the same thing at the other three.
Okay. Cinder says that we need to secure the area and bring the wagons into the fort.
Well, we don't need to bring the wagons into the fort. We don't know if the fort's safe yet. We've looked at everything else. We've seen no signs of inhabitants. Who knows what's in the fort?
That counts as part of securing the area, is making it safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that first, and then let's secure the area, and then see if we can successfully bring the wagons here.
Yep.
It's definitely possibly more defensible than elsewhere.
So we're gonna do Cinder's thing. Okay. Jordan, can you mic test for me? I haven't heard you yet.
Hello.
Hello.
I am here. I just didn't want to interject.
Gotcha. Okay. What is Thalen doing while people are splitting off and starting their searches and such?
I notice I have an icon. The last we talked about it, I had rolled into Cinder last game.
Yeah. I'm just leaving your icon on the table there, just so we have a visual representation of you on the map.
Okie doke. Yeah, I think. Actually, after the combat had rolled down, with everybody else securing this building or the fort, now that it looks pretty empty, I think Thalen and Titan would go back over to the convoy just to make sure one of us was over by the wagons.
Okay. And you guys will wait with the wagons.
Is there a back door to the fort, or is there only a front door to the actual fort building?
Only a front door to the building.
Okay.
So, I know we're still technically in our groups, and casting spells is kind of like, but I'm gonna go ahead and can I use Divine Sense just to see if there is any kind of demonic presence inside the building?
Sure.
That I can sense?
Yeah.
Alright. So I'm gonna do my sniffy sniff.
Your sniffy sniff. As you wander the exterior of the building, you do not sense any celestials, fiends, or undead.
Oh, now, do the barracks show any signs? Did they show any signs of people being inhabited? People have been in them recently, or do they look like they've been abandoned? Did they look like they'd been abandoned for a while?
No, they look like they had been mustered out. So whoever was in there are not in there because they were called to arms.
Called arms. Okay. So I will go back to the friends over there. Explain to them about what I found in the buildings, and ask them like the siege engines and stuff. Do they show signs of recent upkeep? Like someone's prepared them for use recently, or have they kind of been sitting there? Are any signs that they've been manned recently or tended to?
Well, Darrow, you're the one who checked it last.
Well, at this point, I think we've already started working on one of them, if not more. But, what do you think? Have they, as far as I can tell, have they been tinkered with?
They've been taken care of, for sure. They're clean and All the parts seem to be working and in order.
Okay. Okay.
So I will ask. Does it look like that anybody was like ready to use them, or they're like any of them armed or so when you walked up, or like they just sitting here taken care of, but ready for someone to be summoned to activate them?
None of them are armed, and you notice this about your group too, that, Darrow, that while your guys are just making the best of the situation by pointing the weapons in directions as if they're ready to fire, there aren't any bolts available, which means
Oh,
no one has opened the magazine where the
I
where the
see.
ammunition is stored. So finding the magazine to arm those would be the first step if you're trying to do that.
That's exactly what I'm going to try to do, and I assume it's somewhere in the keep. So I'm going to get out my crossbow, my good old street sweeper, and because it's the auto crossbow with the machine gun fire, and I'm going to slowly kind of walk up to one of the doorways, I guess, and kind of peek at it. Does it look open or
Okay.
locked or?
The large wooden doors do not appear to be secured shut. In fact, if
Okay.
you press on them, they look like they would push open easily.
I see. I'm gonna go ahead and slightly push it open. Hopefully it's silent. It might creak, I don't know. But I'll have the crossbow leveled once I start to open it.
Okay, are you going
Once you
to
start, if you're going to open it, Justine will make sure that you are covered with her crossbow in case something surprises you. Then she can attempt to put a bolt through it.
Are all of you going into the building?
I'll follow.
Okay.
I'm definitely going in. I want those bolts.
Stay
Yeah.
out and try to keep an eye on Thalen
Okay.
from a distance.
All right, so you climb to the top of this gatehouse and
Mhm.
keep an eye on the road and on Thalen. He seems to be fine down there, chatting away with the caravan guys, keeping an eye on things, being in charge of that lot. So, Cinder, are you also going into the building?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cinder goes into the building as well. So we got the four of you and Bucket going into the building.
Mm-hmm.
The doors push open easily. The hinges do not creak at all, indicating it is well cared for. Despite this, the interior of the doors were riddled with crossbow bolts, hundreds of them embedded in the doors and scattered or splintered across the floor. The flagstone floors are swept and clean of dust and dirt. In this short yet broad hall, there are a few bodies, light infantrymen wearing their snake on their pauldrons. These men are from the 8th Gorgons. They had been clawed at from all sides and butchered. The doors, all three, one on each
Guys,
wall.
you need to stop going in my room. Stop going in Mommy's room to take things.
Yeah, stop it.
Sorry.
You're
Sorry.
fine. You're good. You're good. The doors, all three, one on each wall, were open, silent as a grave. Bucket says, "This place is a tomb."
So it's just
Are
not ours.
are there any signs of life from the Gorgons that are scattered on the floor?
No, but you still have detect magic up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are layers of magic in everything in this place, yet nothing is visible. Expecting something much like the burn pits from a few weeks ago, you immediately recognize the telltale signs of necromantic and demonic magics that have saturated the top layers of everything here, the magnitude of which betrays the presence of powerful demons, whose nature is unfamiliar to you. However, subtly, over that layer at the top, there is a nigh imperceptible layer of what should be an omnicidal spell. As you notice it, you recognize that it has not killed the plants outside. You determine that the spell requires one to sense it happen in some fashion. As this crosses your mind, you realize you're sweating harder than you should be. You feel incredibly hot. There is a sense of impending doom, like you're about to die and nothing can stop it from happening. I need Justine to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay, con save it is.
Yep.
There's con save.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's bad.
Yeah, that's bad, yep.
Uh,
That's very bad.
yep, your blood
Okay.
feels like it's boiling, your chest pounding, and then it stops. Agony. You can't breathe, and you pass out before you hit the floor. You're reduced to 0 hit points because you've had a heart attack.
Boy.
What? Okay. I'm gonna immediately turn around and when I hear that, I assume.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah.
her body hit the floor like a sack full of hammers. It's just...
Okay. I'm gonna check her real quick, see if I can even detect any breathing.
She's not breathing.
Cure wounds.
Okay, cure wounds. Go ahead and burn your spell.
Yeah. Alright.
Okay, Justine, you awaken with a start like you have just been shocked back into back to life. That's not how CPR works, but that is how magic works. Because whenever somebody uses defibrillators in hospital shows, it's like they're magical. and can do things they can't actually do in real life. But yes, you're mad.
And her first words when she comes to is, "Okay, everybody, get the hell out of the building now." And she heads for the door without a second glance.
Bucket watches you leave and goes, "Well, it's not that scary in here. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that scary." He goes over to one of the bodies and kind of pushes it over with his foot. Ugh.
Yeah, because at this point, I'm assuming I have no clue if this is if it requires detect magic to trigger to trigger this or not. And I know that I don't want any of the other folks to face the same fate. But if it doesn't require detect magic, I'm not going immediately back down again.
Nobody else in our party has any healing spells, right? So I should probably not be the first one in this case. I am gonna use Divine Sense, maybe. Hopefully that doesn't trigger it again and like cause me to go down. I am pulling a massive risk, but I'm the only one who can do this, so I might as well anyway. Oh god.
Go ahead.
Alright.
You do not sense any demons or undead or celestials in the area.
What?
If I'm kind of like I yell in the building, I have a clue, at least some clue about what's going on in there. If you folks can come out here, we can discuss it and figure out how to address it.
You hear Bucket shout back and go, "You're not the boss of me! I'm the boss of you! Everybody get your ass in here!"
With that, I am in the door because I listen to
It's the order.
Okay, boss says so. Justine goes back in again.
I'm sniffing the air. I don't smell any demons in here.
No.
I've been trying to sense them since we were outside. There's nothing in here.
You don't need demons still in here. It's a latent magical effect designed to kill first, ask questions later.
Bucket rolls over another body and checks it for ID. Will you all make yourselves useful and check out those other hallways?
Just sets to checking out a hallway. It says, just don't do anything like detect magic or etc. in here. We don't want a repeat of what I just went through.
Was it because you casted a spell, do you think?
No, it's because I realized the spell existed.
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to. Go ahead.
I became aware of the trap's existence and thus triggered it.
There's a thought.
Cinder does
I'm
not
gonna
like this
walk
place.
over.
Yeah, I'm gonna as Vi walks in, she hears Justina because she didn't see Justina like flop to the floor and see all that stuff, and I just look at her like, "Are you talking about a curse?"
No, some demon of some capability that I am not familiar with has been here, or at least one, if not others. And someone said there is a goodly bit of demonic and etc. Otherwise, magic that's very well soaked into the building, at least the surface layers of the building, including a spell that is set to trigger as soon as someone becomes aware of it. Basically, it's a kill first, ask questions later trap.
Question. If it were a demon who had laid this trap, do I know if I would have sensed it with divine sense? Like if I would have sensed that on the trap?
You can only detect the creatures.
Mm.
You can detect the presence of any of those creatures, or if something has been consecrated or desecrated within that
I was
radius.
about to say, yeah.
But desecration would require like a religious sort of state. This is just energy saturation.
This is not bad.
Yeah.
This is just a layering of spells designed to kill the inhabitants of the facility.
Sounds like a curse
Love
to
it.
me, but
No. So someone or something infiltrated the building, and then basically rigged it to metaphorically explode.
And did it just? Is it over, or is it still ongoing?
Well, the spell was still there a moment ago. I mean, thanks to my colleague here, I am living and breathing again. I was pretty much dead for a few moments there.
We need to make sure that either the spell's gone, but if knowing it exists will trigger it to hurt us, let's just pretend it doesn't exist.
So I said, don't cast detect magic or anything of that sort around here, unless you got somebody to wake you back up again once you land on the floor. Who knows what other who knows what other spells are laced around here? There was a shit ton of magic laced among this place, stuff that should not be here. I wasn't able to get a good read on most of it because unfortunately I hit the ground dead faster than I could pick out exactly what everything was.
Sure. Vi, you said you're going to just leave in the middle of the explanation and go. Do you go through the western hall, the eastern hall, or the northern hall?
Yeah, because I was trying to say, I'm going to go check, and then she just continued talking. I just shrug.
Okay.
I hear her. I have Elven ears. I hear her down the hallway, but, like, and what are the options?
West, east, or northern?
Did anyone else go in any direction?
No, everybody's been kind of stuck in this entryway, despite Bucket's telling you to go be somewhere else.
Which way is Bucket looking?
Bucket's kind of searching this entryway. He's rolling over the bodies that are in here. He's checking the desks and such.
Okay.
So
I guess I'll go north.
Okay, so
and Justine will head in the direction with the least bodies, thinking that they're whatever it is, people were possibly running from that location.
All right,
That's the justification. I don't know about the other guys, so it's up
Let
to them which
me-
way they're going.
go through with Vi first, and then we'll do the
Okay.
others. So, you go through the northern set of doors, Vi. This set of doors leads to a staircase, which goes up and downstairs. You can choose up or down.
I will choose to go down.
Okay, you go down the stairs. Once you go down a flight or two, you reach a hallway that has been collapsed. It looks like whatever this led to leads to outside the fort, because it looks like a tunnel that goes out. This has been collapsed. So the only route physically through is to go back outside and search for wherever this connects to, or to go up and see what's upstairs.
Okay, can I tell which direction? It's just like a hole and blasted through, right? So
Yeah,
can I
go
do
ahead and-
which direction?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a survival check. This is kind of like your compass sense, your sense of direction. So,
Yeah. Oh, where is it? Boop, boop, boop. It's survival.
Yep.
Okay.
14. Okay. So this leads to the west, which is out by the yard where the artillery pieces are.
Okay. Can I tell which direction the explosion came? Was like inside or outside?
Looks like it was done inside the, not from where you are, but probably down that hallway, probably to seal it off. Wisdom suggests that that is where the magazine is. So whoever was down here when things went to shit sealed it off so that the magazine wouldn't be compromised.
I see. All right. Then I will start going back up the stairs. And if anyone else wants to take over, that's fine by me.
Let's finish up the upstairs. So you go up the stairs to the second floor. Up here, there are several rooms. Battalion commander's office, some quarters for some of the higher level officers, as well as the communications center. There's a raven roost and some kind of magical contraption inside the communications center for sending and receiving messages. There's a slate on this magical contraption, sort of like a chalkboard, but fits in your hands. You pick it up, you can, manipulate it. It's kind of somewhat connected to this other contraption. And written in chalk, it says, "Warn the 14th, we're all dead. We've heard the song." And there are bodies in the room. A couple of them are hunched over desks with some writing on them. One of them's kind of like, when you walked into this communication center, there was a guy across from you directly, and he had a crossbow in his lap, but he was dead. Jump scared you just a tad, because you opened the door and you're like, guy's gonna shoot me. Didn't shoot you. He was dead. There was a couple of people slumped over desks and such in here.
Heard the song. Okay. I'm gonna just try to rummage through. You said there was like a console for communication?
Yep, it's this piece of slate that you have the chalk written on. It doesn't look like it's got anything incoming. You're not really sure how this object works, but there's chalk nearby and you can write on it if you want to.
I'm gonna wait, and I will just continue scouting and searching areas, clearing them up with any sort of traps, counting the bodies, picking up any, going through paperwork and see if I can get a closer idea of what happened.
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Okay.
Not my forte.
A lot of this paperwork is super uninteresting. It's like rosters and, who's got latrine duty, who's got kitchen patrol, that kind of stuff. Fire watch schedules for the week, that sort of thing. Real boring shit. And there are a couple of missives. The company commander has been writing his wife and a mistress. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna put that down. Oh, all right.
Yeah, and there's just some like rather embarrassing stuff in the company commander's room.
But like no writing about any sort of like.
No, the only clue as to what happened is what was on the slate. Says warn the 14th. We're all dead. We've heard the song.
All right. Is there anything else I should know if I scout through the area?
It seems like you've made the appropriate rolls.
Okay, well then I'm gonna start heading back.
Okay, you head back downstairs. Who was going down the eastern or western hall? Who would like to go next?
I'm going down whichever one is the least appears to be the least populated, assuming that's where people were running from.
I have bad news for you.
Okay.
They're both pretty bad.
Okay. So I'll toss a coin and take like heads east, tails west.
Okay.
So let me do a flash R 1d2.
And the rest of you decide which way
west.
you're going.
I'm going west.
I'll join the west side.
Okay, Amelia and Justine go to the west side. Darrow and Cinder to the east?
Yep. That sounds right.
Okay. Alright, I will do the western hall first. This long hallway seems to be lined with barracks for the fort's garrison of light infantry for the 8th Gorgons. Plenty of space for its company of defensive personnel to find a place to sleep and eat. As you both move through the hallway, you see that fewer and fewer of them had died by violence in the same manner as those in the entryway. No, most seemed to just die where they stood, as if hit by some invisible killing spell. Most in the process of coming to the aid of their comrades. Half of them were partially dressed for combat with their things strewn about them as they were trying to decide between arms and armor. Not a coward among them. So this is the scene that you both come across, Amelia and Justine.
I try to collect IDs and things like that, like I saw Bucket doing in the entryway, trying to follow his example and try to see if there's anything else out of the ordinary. I'm assuming you want an investigation check.
Sure.
Which I suck at, but I will try one anyway. 17. While I'm investigating, looking for IDs, Raven, what you up to?
Yes, Raven, what are you up to?
Also just looking around. Maybe I can help you in your investigation check, maybe granting an advantage.
If you're so inclined, Raven. If you're so inclined.
If you're trained in investigation, I'd rather give you advantage, but
I have bad news. Neither of you are trained.
okay. Well, since you offered to give me an advantage first, well, I'll roll investigation once more. 20. Okay, the advantage helped. 20 on investigation. 30-20.
Yes, this seems to be the general case. There is nothing out of what you expect here. Nothing strange other than the fact that it happened. This whole thing is strange, but the violence that occurred in here suddenly stopped, and everyone else had just died without further violence. So whatever was doing the violence could leave.
I will pause for a moment amongst this and attempt to inquire of a certain deity if they have any ideas about what the hell happened here, even though they typically are a little unconcerned with people frequently, but I will at least see if I get an answer.
Sure. Which deity are you appealing to?
My own. Which we didn't notate on here, but whatever, the neutral storm god, Rasuli, I think, right?
Yes. Go ahead and make a religion check for me.
Okay, easy peasy enough. I can do that. Now, I do not know how, being a cleric, I am untrained in religion, but such is the case.
Those were the choices you made.
I know. A 14.
You hear no reply to your prayers.
And then assumingly we get to the end of the hallway. Is it branched or anything like that, or is it just a linear hallway?
Just a linear hallway.
Okay. So we get to the end of the hallway, and then I'm assuming we turn around and we head back.
Okay. Amelia, anything else you want to do in the Western Hall? Anything you want to search for? Anything you want to take?
Just walking, keeping a hand on Justine's shoulder, just in case.
Okay. You return to the entryway. Gentle boys, Cinder and Renault. You go through the eastern hallway. This long hallway leads to the officers' quarters and offices, rooms that are arranged for individuals and squads to do the paperwork of running a war, ordering supplies for the battalion and whatnot. Here the story seems to be similar as the entryway. Those at the front of the hallway had died by violence, ripped apart by razor claws. No telling how many they took with them. Yet as one reaches the farther end of the hall, more and more had died where they stood. One sergeant in particular had died loading an auto crossbow, much like your own, Renault, his body on the floor with his hands positioned as if he was about to cock back the string and arm the weapon. A search of this place seems to have yielded no survivors, just dead soldiers.
Do I see any footprints on the ground? Anything that looks like it didn't come from a human?
Yeah, go ahead and perception check for me.
No chance I could do a survival check.
I guess so, yeah, because you're looking for, like, tracking information. I can see where we can wiggle to that. So yes, I'll let you have that.
Thick. Hey!
Alright, there you go. There are some footprints in some of the blood at the front of the hallway. The blood is not very fresh. It's pretty old, so it's dried, but you can see where the impressions were. And the impressions are leaving like a creature, maybe Cinder's size, maybe smaller, with like sort of bird-like or definitely demonic in nature sort of shape to the foot. You can't think of any kind of bird that is that big. To kind of like running all over the place. Probably a dozen of them. So
okay,
lots
I
of
have a hunch. Go ahead.
Yeah, lots of a little thing charged through here and ripped the guys in the front to shreds.
Now, this doesn't align with my hunch, but just to confirm, the footprints, bird-like, that's not Scrumgore we're talking.
No.
Okay.
Sort of in the similar way that, like, if you had to imagine what a dinosaur's foot looks like from, like, a footprinting kind of situation, that could also be construed as bird-like. So you're kind of, like, putting together that these are probably demonic footprints. They kind of remind you a little bit of birds, but not quite.
All right. Well, that's not great. I look at Cinder. I look at the crossbow. I look at Cinder, and I nod towards the crossbow in the guy's hand.
Oh my god!
There?
I think he's there. He's just muted at the moment. Jordan, that GIF. cassowary got him. Absolutely right. Flock of cassowaries.
I mean,
It-
that's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
You can't convince me otherwice.
Yeah.
It was Attack of the Killer Chickens.
Yeah.
Right? Damn Udoraptors got him.
Chickens are scary, man.
I think if Daniel's still working out Wi-Fi, I think Cinder maybe would try to since particularly I don't think anyone else has done this role. I think Cinder's going to try and guess at when exactly these people died. You said it had been a while, but maybe if he can try to narrow it down to a day range.
Sure,
I don't know
yeah.
how familiar Cinder would be with that, but
This would be an intelligence check from Cinder, so I will go ahead and...
Are you doing that while you're down the hallway, or are you back at back where everybody else is?
This is
well, there's bodies both places, so I think he's just going to try and maybe when he's going to stay with Renault wherever Renault's going. So
I would say since
maybe
this
he'll
is...
try it on. Oh, go on.
I was going to say, since this is where he's having the thought while he's going through these bodies, this is where the roll is going to happen. So,
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just if he was close to the courtyard, I would offer to help to give him advantage.
no, this is an internal brain thought. Can't help someone
Okay.
with their internal brain thoughts. Cinder's internal brain thought goes, well, they had to have died before we got here, probably before we were even dispatched here, because otherwise we would have heard the commotion even coming up the road.
Does he think with a 16 that maybe it lined up at all with that really horrible manifestation that we had dealt with 1 to 2 nights ago? I think.
Probably.
Well.
Right.
Did Vi make it back to the courtyard where I'm assuming, and then Raven and I made it back to Amelia and I made it back to the courtyard, right?
Well, you can speak for yourself, but it looks like when we did the narrative for Vi, she returned to the entryway where...
Oh, the
where-
entryway. Okay.
Yeah, where
That's what I
Bucket is.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, so because we'd turn around, at least I'd turn around and came back, and I think Amelia had said she'd followed along. So in which case, yeah, whether or not Amelia came along, I will inquire of Vi what she found her direction, and also then let Bucket and the rest of the group know what we found our direction.
I would like to finish up with Renault and Cinder first.
Okay, sorry about that.
So, Renault, after Cinder shares his brain thought with you out loud, I assume he would do that because he has never been quiet before. And so...
I don't know if he has internal thoughts.
Yeah, I think they're all external brain thoughts. What do you do when he shares this external brain thought with you?
I don't really know how. I mean, Renault's reaction would be pretty dire. This is exactly what his oath is about. If some horrible demon caused this, he'll try to kill it or die trying. We don't know yet, but he's growing a bit more grim as we kind of get through this. There's not much else it looks like that can be gleaned from this area, so I suppose he'd head back.
Right. I would say that the 5 of you meet up again in the entryway at this point. And Bucket is just finishing up in here.
Mhm.
Where's here for Bucket?
Bucket is the entryway. So he
Okay, well,
stands up and goes, well, I suppose they're all dead.
I will immediately approach Bucket and tell him I have something to report that I have found upstairs and downstairs, but upstairs is a little more important.
Okay. He looks at you and goes, okay, All right, show me. The rest of you
So-
wait here.
Alright, I will first take him to what I first discovered downstairs and then upstairs to where the note says we have heard the song. 1 minute!
Of course, yeah. He thanks you and then memorizes the note and then comes back downstairs with you and says, "Okay. Well, anyone else just find anything of interest?"
Cinder had a thought. He thinks that this may have been related to that big manifestation we saw 2 days ago.
Well, that would have been before we were dispatched. We got the orders yesterday. So either command didn't know that things had gone badly here, or we were sent here to check without being told. I wouldn't put it past them, but that seems odd. They would promise artillery cover if they didn't know. I mean, if they did know. So I'm gonna bank that they didn't know. Okay. What did you two find?
Well, first of all, can I make a medicine check on some of the bodies here to try to corroborate or decorroborate Cinder's thought?
Sure, yeah, medicine check.
A 13.
Yeah, they've been dead a while.
Okay.
Like the blood is completely congealed and dried. It's more or less a stain at this point. It's been a couple of days at least. The bodies have come in and out of rigor, so it's been a while.
Okay. Says, well, it has been a while, so I mean that is definitely possible. We did notice that there was a gradient to the violence. By the entryway here, there was definitely people died from violence. As we made it down the hallway, the amount of people dying from violence decreased over time, and people, as they were arming themselves, grabbing weapons, putting on armor, etc., they seem to have just died, just where they stood, just like went from alive to dead. And hands over the collection of identification that the ones that we collected. Here seems to be the roster of the folks. I don't know if anybody wants to do a count of the IDs that we can find versus who was supposed to be here in case there was some rogue element or something. If this place is a comms unit, maybe we should try checking the history or get somebody to try to send a message of the comms unit out, back to HQ to see if they have any advice for us or what we should do. On the other hand, my bucket, sir, I don't know how suspicious we should be. I mean, should we check the supplies that were sent over here and see if there's anything in them, especially the wagon that absolutely need to get here to see if there's anything we need to deal with that might help us out here with this? Because this place is pretty heavily laced with magic.
Okay.
And one wrong move could set this place off.
Yes, you've very, very well described how one wrong move is going to kill us all. I'm going to choose to ignore that because that's much fun. But that's much better for me to pretend it's not happening. Okay, because we have a job. We have a job to do, and our job description does not include always survive. Just doesn't.
Yep.
So,
as you wish, sir.
Vi, go out and check those carriages with Thalen. We need to find this magazine, make sure it's in one piece. Otherwise, we're leaving. So, we're just going to assume everyone here is dead. We're going to report that as such back at our base. And if the magazine's intact, we're going to blow it. So we got to find it first. Vi said that it is connected to the downstairs of this place and going west, so it should be out in the yard by the engines. Let's go take a look over there and see if we can find it. So Vi, you skitter on over to where Thalen is, yeah?
Yes, I will be joining Thales.
So you go and join Thalen. Thalen and Vi. Vi, you approach Thalen. Thalen, what are you doing when Vi approaches you?
He's definitely staring at the entrance of this fort really expectantly. So when Just Vi comes out, that's basically when he nods his head to himself and thinks, "Yep, they're all dead in there."
She killed them all, finally. They all got on her nerves enough.
I mean, look at my kill count. But anyway, no. I approach Thalen, salute him, and tell him that Bucket has assigned me to you, and that, unfortunately, we discovered that everyone is dead. Not everyone in our squad. Everyone else is fine. But everyone inside that building before we got in there are now dead. Everyone. And we almost somehow lost one of our own to the very same thing. So Becca just told me to just join you for now, and they're trying to find, what was it?
The magazine. So they can blow it up.
Yeah, I didn't was like, oh yeah, ammunition. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Technically? Oh.
Yeah. Also you were told to check the caravan.
Yes, I will do. I'm not very good. My investigation is not that great.
Thalen will help you.
Is that with advantage now?
You should receive advantage on your Thalen's got a +4. So
Okay, how about you do it, and I help you?
Thalen might be better at investigating.
Yeah, I no. You do it, I'll help, I guess, question mark.
Yeah. Okay, so she'll help you roll with advantage, Thalen. Alright, so that is a 16. You needed that advantage with that natural 1 in the tank. Alright, so the wagon train contains supplies for the 8th Gorgons. Inspection of the cavern's materials mostly turn up food and auto crossbow ammunition, but some of it is experimental long-range ballista bolts. The 3rd wagon in the train contains 3 crates, each one with armed Magitech explosive devices that are primed to explode a few hours from now. The orders on the manifest are to not open until a representative of General Massini arrives the following day. The seals on the crates are unbroken. The explosives would have set off the magazine and turned the entire sector into a wasteland. The firestorm alone would have killed anyone, but the poison would have made this area unlivable for a century.
So, just a brief recap.
Yeah.
Our mission orders were to deliver this to the Gorgons fort.
Yep.
And then the package includes instructions for the Gorgons to not open it.
Yep.
Which means these explosives would have gone off without their knowledge.
Yep.
If they were... okay. I think Thalen's going to crack a tooth. Because his jaw set so hard because he realizes his whole squad just died for what is effectively a conspiracy to kill his own people. Because that's the information that he has right in this moment.
Yeah. Now, these explosives themselves would not level this place, right? But coupled with the magazine in that artillery fort, would. So you have the whole picture. bombs on the caravan, go to the magazine at the Gorgon's fort. They stay there until a representative arrives tomorrow to inspect the magazine. But they explode before then, because they're going to blow up in a couple of hours. They will explode inside the magazine. Bye-bye sector.
And they're somehow laced with poison?
No, there's likely poisonous, munitions inside the magazine.
Okay.
You guys have stuff like strangling gas potions and that sort of stuff, as well as grenades, fulmination potions or that sort of thing. So you do have gas grenades, you do have exploding grenades. You just don't use gas grenades very often because a lot of demons are immune to poison. So
I'm gonna ask. Thalen's gonna ask Vi, purely on a whim, if she saw anything about the Gorgon's standing orders while she was in the fort.
I'm racking my brain here because the paperwork I tried scouring for didn't really come up with too much, other than chalk written on a slab saying we have heard the song.
If Thalen can make that leap of logic that I can make, if she's going to tell me that she had, if she's effectively going to tell me, hey, I had a mediocre investigation, here's the stuff that I did look at, his next question is going to be, did those latrine schedules include tomorrow? Had they planned to exist for longer than 2 days? Even the mundane bureaucracy of it.
Yeah, to answer his next question, Vi, yes, they did plan on existing for the whole week.
So the Gorgons had no idea this was going to happen.
Sounds like it. Looks like it. Everyone looked like they were taken by surprise. There was a panic. There's bodies everywhere.
Well, I mean, Thalen's not paid to make decisions. He's paid to find things out. I'm just gonna suggest to Thalen's gonna say we should just tell Bucket. He's too stressed out to organize his thoughts past that.
Bucket ordered me to come with you, so I wave my arm in the direction of the fort. But do we still need to escort these to the fort, or no? Is that
probably not the best idea now?
No. So
I think we just maybe wait here until the rest of the group comes back out.
Yeah. I was going to suggest moving a little closer, but not in the fort grounds.
Maybe to there?
Yeah, just a tiny bit closer. I don't think that would hurt, would it?
Whatever we feel. I mean, if we know that, oh, I didn't mean to switch sides on you.
It's okay.
If we know that the fort's empty and we know that Bucket's probably going to sabotage the magazine, how big of a explosion is that going to be?
Shrug?
Shrug.
All right, well, it's what it is, I guess.
It must be pretty massive to do something.
If we're abandoning this fort, there's a lot that we should loot off of it. And we should try to take back as much armor as possible, at the very least.
Let's ask Bucket first before we ransack the fort.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at the fort, we have these four chuckleheads hanging out, looking for the entrance to the magazine. So everybody make perception or investigation checks, whichever you prefer.
Yes.
Then I shall roll for Danny, who's having Wi-Fi trouble. He's having Wi-Fi trouble. Not why try, but why find.
Why try?
So at this point, given the amount of trouble, and why try?
Because he wants to play. Okay. So, Amelia, you find it first. A mangonel's wheel was over top of it. That's why it didn't get noticed immediately. So you have some of the guys from Fourth Salamanders move it, pushing the wheel over. It's a trapdoor set into the stone floor here. Heavy steel door. You can imagine that this thing is locked on the other side. So, what do you want to do? Raven. Oh, there you are.
I'm waving. I'm waving over the rest.
Okay, you wave the rest over. You're all standing around this trap door. Fairly big.
We point out, hey Bucket, we found what's likely the entrance to the magazine.
Yeah, I see that. Well, Renault, knock on it.
Yes. I knock.
Okay, you knock. You hear like a muffled voice coming from below going, "Who is it?"
Who are you?
You hear some muffled. Fuck you! Asked you first.
Do you have Scrumgore down there?
No,
What's that noise?
it's just really tight in here.
Mm.
The door's really thick. I'm shouting.
If you're human, how many fingers and toes do humans normally have?
5 on each hand, 5 on each foot, 10,
Okay.
4.5.
Answer that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're more likely able to open the door than we are. I think it's probably locked from your side.
Sure as fuck is. You didn't tell me who you are.
We're from Hellcore.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah, I look towards Sergeant Bucket. Should we do some introductions, sir?
Do you need permission to do the sensible thing? The sensible thing is to, yes, introduce yourselves. Yes, we are the 14th Bane Knights. We're here, I suppose, to rescue you.
Does he like yell that, or does he want me to yell that?
No, he kind of like half yells it at the door, kind of like nonchalantly. You hear a little bit more muffled banter, and then you hear the sliding of steel. Get off the door!
I'll back away from the door.
Okay, and then as you guys back away from the door begins to open up. It starts to kind of like open up like a pair of those big steel cellar doors that are on the outsides of some houses, you know? And flop down on either side, making a loud clang, and coming up the stairs is a young woman covered in soot and grease. She's got her helmet off. Dark hair, dark skin. Looks like she's had a fairly bad day or week. She looks at you all, says to herself, these guys are going to be annoying. Looks at Bucket, goes, Sergeant Kara Doulahan, 8th Gorgons.
Immediately, it's like, hey, you need any help? Kind of look her over, see if like
No,
she has the obvious wounds, if she needs treatment.
No, we're fine. Don't touch me. She walks.
That's okay. It's just we're medics by trade, and
I don't
gotta
care.
take
Don't touch me.
care of you and rescue you.
medics always feel the need to touch you, even when you say don't touch you. Even when they say that. Even when you say that. Don't touch me. And she steps over and stands next to Bucket. Says, so, yeah, this is, embarrassing, to say the least. But we follow protocol. And she nods. A couple more guys come out. Enough for, like, to operate a couple of these siege engines. So, you guys are the 14th, huh?
That's right. What were your orders before you came down here?
Well, we were taking inventory, prepping for your delivery, actually, making room for that. And, got the magazine secured. And then once shit started hitting the fan, we locked it down, blew the tunnel, and waited.
How long have you been down here?
Probably 2 days? 2.5 days? Something like that.
I look at Bucket.
He shrugs.
It tracks with the timeline.
Yeah.
Did you hear anything happen upstairs? Any kind of song?
No, once the alarm went off, we shut the place down.
You probably could have guessed this, but everyone else here is dead. Someone wrote a note saying they heard the song, "They're all dead." Do you know what they meant?
No, but I did figure they were all dead when no one came to get us.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
At the mention of the song, are there any kinds of demons that Justine would know about that sting?
You are not skilled in Arcana. You do not have an education regarding demons.
Okay, I didn't know, and I'm not trained in religion either, so okay. I asked Sergeant Bucket, should I go get Thalen and Vi?
Yeah,
Or at least update them, let them know that we've found some survivors?
Yeah, no, get them in here and bring the wagons in. Safe
Okay.
now, I suppose.
Okay, so I go to Vi and Thalen and deliver the information.
Salute.
Yeah, we found Carol Dullahan, I believe she said her name was, and some other survivors that were taking inventory of the magazine, and things went down a couple days ago. They locked the place down according to protocol. Sergeant Bucket said we should bring the wagons and stuff in, and it's probably safer that way, and head over that direction.
My ear,
y'all-
my
did-
ears
did-
like perked up.
Did y'all find anything in the wagons?
Wait, pause. You said they're survivors?
Yeah, they were taking inventory in the magazine, and so therefore they avoided the blast radius.
many?
There were like 4, wasn't there?
There's enough for like 2 engines, so there's maybe like 11 or so. 12.
Okay, like 11.
11 people?
11 or 12, and yeah, they were crammed into the magazine area. They apparently blew the tunnel behind them so that the demons wouldn't get to it.
That must be what I found earlier. I'm so surprised that there are survivors. Something like that would be final, minus, well, instances, I suppose.
If it was sound-based, the door and the collapsing tunnel might have saved them.
Yeah.
They said they heard the alarm and etc. and they figured everybody else was dead when nobody came to rescue them.
Did Buckus want us back?
Yeah, he said might as well bring the wagons in and head back. That's probably safer that way if we all gather over there.
I look at Thalen. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Just you look at Thalen because he knows.
Wheel him in.
All right, I guess we'll bring him in.
Hi.
And Justine will try to help as much as she can with that, and so hopefully we're able to accomplish the bucket's request, and we end up back at where the ballistas are.
Yep, you do. Fairly easily, get the wagons up the ramp, and everybody gathered around. So there are, after a few moments, there are 14 people, 14 new people, and Sergeant Doulahan. So.
Yeah, and I try again while we're moving the stuff to ask Vi and Thalen what if they found anything in the wagons while they were searching.
Yeah, I think when Thalen explains it, it's when he's going to report it to Bucket, just loud enough for Justine to hear as well.
So putting her off until reporting to Bucket. Got it.
Yeah.
So Bucket. I'm gonna throw Bucket on. There you go. Now we got Bucket. Okay. Reporting it to Bucket. You tell it exactly like it is.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give him the full context that we know of. The orders, the timeline, the Gorgons clearly didn't know these bombs are set to go off before the instructions say a representative would ever get here. And I'm also going to point out the mismatch in like there's 3 layers to this, right? Either the orders completely make sense. Command wants this to happen. Or option 2, it's a conspiracy on some level. Command doesn't want to blow up however much territory occupied or not for a century. And if that one is true, then why would the demons come here and kill everybody? They were all going to die anyway. So I see So he's just going to lay that out as opinionless as possible, just pointing out the logos of it and then hand it up to Bucket.
Bucket immediately says, "Well, I don't get paid enough to think about this." He looks down the hole where Cara Doulahan and everybody else had come from. He looks to Sergeant Doulahan and goes, "Hey, how much shit's down there?" She kind of winces and goes, "There's like 5 floors and probably, I don't know, enough ammo to fight for like a week straight." And he goes, Bucket goes, "Okay, how much of it is gas?" She looks like she's doing a little math in her head. 30% of it? Oh, 30% of it is extremely toxic gas. That's awesome. Love that for us. Okay. Who wants to go get Furia and the commander?
I will volunteer since I think I'm the fastest.
Wonderful. Thank you, Vi, for being the volunteer. Please go and get our betters.
I will salute and leave immediately.
I do not.
going to suggest. Go on.
I do not need to be making this decision. This is the commander's decision.
Which direction are the prevailing winds from here?
The winds will blow in from east to west.
So would this blow the gas toward Hellcorth or away from Hellcorth?
You are in Hellcorth, and it will blow it towards the city center. This is still part of the city.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I meant the currently inhabited part of Hellcorth versus this is the fortified no man's land.
Yeah, this is part of the interior of the city. It's kind of like a more parky kind of area. And it will blow the gas and fire that would result from this explosion in towards the center of the city, probably rolling right over your headquarters and some other places of importance.
So take a look at Thalen and go. There's a fourth layer to your possibilities. Someone not only are they trying to wipe out this place, but are they trying to wipe out all of Hellcorth?
True. Thalen's going to suggest in the meantime, while we wait for response from command, that we break into some teams and recover as many of these slain personnel as we can. If not for burial or I guess body burning, so we don't get more skeletons, then at least just to recover the material. Since I know it's we reuse the armor at the very least.
Okay. While you guys are, looting the place and burning the bodies, you guys want to talk about anything?
If we happen to come across one of those aforementioned auto crossbows and etc., Justine wouldn't mind upgrading her regular mending crossbow for a better model. The same with any other gear that Bucket might be okay with her upgrading.
Okay.
Because clearly these people aren't going to need it, but the other people in the military might. So he will at least ask for it.
Okay. Well, we'll see if there's anything worth salvaging. So, the four of you that are left behind, please go ahead and roll investigation checks.
Done deal.
Hey, how long will it take for Vi to run all the way back?
Not very long if you're going by yourself.
Yeah.
You're a tall woman. You move fast. It'll take you maybe 20 minutes to run back run back to where the commander and Furia are, because they're not very far. They're just off the map. With the headquarters group. You can get there that quickly and then get back with them in about 35 minutes after that. So total of 55 minutes.
Just let me know when I can go back in.
Yeah, the bigger question would be how many demons are you going to find between here and there?
Shrug.
Shrug? Yeah, shrug. We don't know. We'll find out.
And when you said the four of us, do you mean not Thalen? Since there's 5 of us left, I think.
I meant 5 of you. Sorry.
Okay, I didn't want to take an investigation if you didn't mean.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check too.
And you said it was still a couple hours before these things are supposed to blow up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so therefore we don't have to worry about will Vi make it. Will these blow up while we're waiting on Vi to get back?
Oh.
And I will roll for Cinder. That's not even the right character sheet. That's the right character sheet. A little better.
Now, can I actually have rolled as the medics instead of as myself, given that I'm assuming the other medics would be helping to secure bodies and things of that sort?
Nope. Sorry, nope.
Yeah. That's fine. Just figured, even speak really I can. So they will still help with dispatching the bodies and making sure we get them all accounted for and burned properly and etc. So we don't end up with skeletons and zombies attacking us from this quarter of Hellcorth.
Yes, generally understood that those who aren't directly searching for stuff are helping dispose of the bodies properly. So, okay. You guys find that officer's auto crossbow and a couple of others. So, a couple of auto crossbows, some intact armor. Some of it's shredded, but some of it's intact. So, a standard set of armor across the board. So, if you want to upgrade to a heavier kind of armor, or to a kind of armor that's mundane, fully mundane, that is a little better AC than what you've got right now, or has a better Dex modifier bonus than what you've got right now, you will be allowed to do that. But that's kind of the results of what you got with a 9, a 6, a 13, and a 17, and a 6.
Okay. Okay. So, questions regarding that. Unfortunately, auto crossbows are considered martial weapons, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I will have to get some training on it, so I can't use it right away, but I guess that gives me something to spend downtime on. And anything better than chain is going to be heavy armor and not medium, correct?
Generally, yes.
Okay, so even if I do collect some better armor, I'm going to have to spend some time training with it too. So I have a couple downtime activities to work on. Okay.
Is there a breastplate around?
Yeah, you can grab a breastplate. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll swap chain to a breastplate.
Is that still medium, or is that kind of heavy?
Breastplate's medium, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming 3.5 hasn't damaged me too much over the years.
As for breastplate is a armor class of 14, whereas a chain shirt is 13. So you have a chain shirt. You could switch to the breastplate if you'd want to.
I have normal chainmail, which is AC of 16, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
What is how am I wearing it, given that it's technically chainmail, according to Foundry is claiming it's heavy armor?
Well, that's because it is heavy armor.
I could.
It claims I am proficient. However, if I look at my attributes under armor proficiencies, it says light, medium, and shields.
You probably took it as part of the equipment package, and I didn't check back with it.
It can also be part of your subclass.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll check my subclass. If so, then I will definitely upgrade. So, okay, so I will check that and get back to you.
Okay. And I've swapped the breastplate out for you, Thalen. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of 18 armor class.
Yeah, I could not wrap my brain around that for a second. I still can't quite. I'm happy it went up, but I was looking at it for a minute thinking, like, wait, shouldn't this cancel out with my dex bonus? But I was like, I think I gained armor weight for nothing. But then my AC went up by 1 point, so obviously I'm missing something. I mean, gift horse mouth, right?
Right.
I think I'll be able to go down to something lighter when and if this guy lives long enough to get to 18 dex, but that's a bridge I'll cross later.
I don't see anything that would give me. Well, unless it's one of my other feats, I'm still looking here. Well, the fact that I'm a Kekanite doesn't do it.
And then especially with
Let me know through DMs, direct messages.
Okay, well,
yeah, let's not clog this up with more.
We'll do.
Okay.
Most of my growth is actually ranks.
Okay. Raven, anything you want to upgrade?
I don't have any armor proficiencies because I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah,
and
but
I don't need any ranged weapons because I'm a sorcerer.
Okay, well, if you don't want any of these weapons, or you don't want any... Okay, alrighty. Wonderful. Then, Vi returns with the Commander and Furia. I'm going to put Sergeant Dullahan on the board, too. And we're going to put... where is she? There's our girl. And where's the other one? There she is. Okay, now we got everybody here with the bombs.
Yay.
Oh, it's that Toolahan.
Yeah.
It's from a Blaze of Cruelty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't Renault and Toolahan
Yeah,
know each other?
it's like y'all should know each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember.
Cheers.
I died that campaign. Good times.
You sure did.
Sometimes
Yes.
you exploded.
Sometimes you just die. uh, yeah, she's kind of like, after the moment wears off, she kind of looks at you, Reynolds, and goes, "Don't I know you? I feel like I know you. I've seen you before."
It's been a couple of years, you know. I had a leg back then. I had 2 legs anyway.
She
I got one.
she makes a face and goes, "Oh, right, you were at Sorath. I remember you now. Okay.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah. How's your brother?"
Cousin, and yeah, this is his sword. He's dead.
Oh. Well, sometimes you just step in it, don't you, gang? Sorry to hear that. It happens to everybody. You know, friends, siblings, they die. I don't have any words to console you other than, you know, happens to everybody. I assume it was a while ago?
Yep, right after Sorath.
Grief's
Way
a
back to
weird
the
thing.
capital.
Grief's a weird thing. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's get these bombs sorted.
Reynolds just kind of like, well, you know, I wasn't really worth thinking about it until you said it.
So sorry.
He's gonna get to work then.
Right, you're gonna busy yourself instead of feeling your feelings.
Stupid feelings.
Yeah. Okay, so the commander looks over the situation, gets briefed by Bucket on what's going on. Phelan, you're right next to them when this is happening because Bucket wants to make sure he gets your details right. And Fury is kind of standing there as well. And the commander goes, "Okay, so we think that someone up at command wanted this to happen? Is that what we're thinking? Is that the thought that's on the table right now?"
Well, ma'am, this was the item they said that had to get to them no matter what, even if the other 2 were lost. And
is that thing
the
still
railing went.
ticking down?
Yes.
As
Yes,
far
it
as we
is.
know, I don't know if any of us know how, ma'am, any of us know how to diffuse them or turn them off or whatever it is that you do with them.
Furia looks at the commander nods to her. She goes over to the cart. She pushes it off this cliff, and it explodes on the farm down here. Great, that problem solved.
If it had blown up in the magazine, I believe the math Sergeant Dillahan here had done. There's 30% gas down there, and prevailing winds blow toward the city center of Elcorth. A couple hours from now, we'd all be dead.
Yep, got that part. Figured that out. Thank you. Okay, so we think, to answer my question, that command wanted this to happen. Wanted to blow up this base and everybody in it and kill everyone from here to Center City. That's what we think right now, right?
Unless someone swapped out the what was supposed to be in the wagons, and
Can you
without
tell us
command knowing it.
about the seals that were on those boxes? Like, you said they had seals and that they weren't broken. What kind of seal?
Yeah, it was sort of like a tape over it of some kind, some kind of like piece of paper that was like magically adhered to where the box would have opened.
Is that something that Phelan in universe would associate with? Oh, this came straight from and was packed by.
It's a new thing that's shown up in the military as of like the Onsai coming around, because it's an Onsai thing to use paper as a means of like imparting magic onto things. But yeah, that's something that you could obviously like put a bomb on a box so it can only be opened by somebody in particular or that sort of thing. You don't need to put a bomb on a box that is a bomb because the box is a bomb, so it's kind of redundant. But yeah, that is a thing that can happen. It's fairly recent addition to the way some stuff gets shipped, but not always.
Yeah. And the other detail we here, besides the bombs that were shipped here from someone, HQ knowing or not, our command knowing or not, is the fact that some powerful demonic presence we none of us were familiar with had been inside this building and had previously killed everyone, including lacing the place heavily enough with spells that if you knew they were there, you would die instantly. I'm eternally grateful that we have another healer in our party. Otherwise, I would have my detect magic spell would have knocked me into the next life.
I think Thalen's going to be brave too. He's going to say, in summary, yes.
That's okay. In summary, yes, is what I wanted to hear. In summary, yes, or in summary, no.
Yeah.
Thank you for re-explaining what Bucket spent 20 minutes explaining to me. I'm gonna go inside now and see about the thing that you just mentioned. So she goes inside.
Yeah. Whatever you do, don't cast detect magic. It's not anything it's not anything that's visible.
She's gone. She has walked away from you fully.
Thalen's going to give a knowing look to Renault and just sort of tilt his head over toward the entrance.
Justine would have tried following her, given that Justine has experienced what's in the building.
Yeah.
In case she accidentally sets it off and needs to be resurrected, it needs to be healed and kept from dying.
She walks into the entryway, looks around for a moment, kind of kicks the floor with her shoe, and looks at you and goes, "This almost killed you."
Whatever magic's here now. Our Renault is good at detecting the presence of demons, etc. There aren't any demons physically here. However, a detect magic spell triggered whatever it was. I have several layers of magic here. Basically, an instant kill spell.
Yes, I see that there are several layers of magic here. What I don't see is an instant kill spell that is active. I do see that there is residuum of such a spell, but it's not a spell. You were almost killed by it because you noticed it, and you are you have a frail constitution. It is very physically stressful to perceive this magic, but it can't kill you unless you're too weak because it's not active anymore.
Sorry, ma'am. I will work harder.
So this is the leftovers from a Death Singer's song. It's not a spell. It's it is a magical effect, though, and it permeates everything living in an area, which is also why these bodies have not rotted.
And it matches what was written on the comm device, if I understood Sergeant Vi properly.
Right. Yeah, so that's something we'll have to look forward to. Okay, so she leaves the building and returns to outside with the rest of you and goes, "Okay, if you new standing orders for everyone. Pay attention. Do not ask questions. These are simple instructions. If you hear an eerie song that makes you feel like you are going to die, you rush towards the sound and kill whatever is singing the song. Do we understand? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Simple, right? Hear eerie song that makes you want to die, go towards it and kill the thing singing. Great. Okay. Once... Grab the last stuff you want to grab from here. Sergeant Doulahan, grab those 2 engines. I want the Reaper, and I want one of those ballistas. You're coming with us and your team. And who's the fastest? Which one of you is that points at Vi? You're the fastest, aren't you?
Yes.
Great. She hands you a grenade.
Oh.
So I want you to stand here. She positions you right next to the hole in the ground, the trapdoor to the magazine. And when we are down the street, and she points all the way down the street, I want you to pop that cork, drop it in the magazine, and go that way. He points towards the water, and get under the water and hold on to your ass, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And then meet us back at headquarters. No arguing, anybody? No questions? Pack up, we are leaving. Now!
No disrespect, Furia, man, but isn't that going to gas the rest of the city just like the magic explosives would have?
Furia shrugs and says, not my orders. It's the commander who's giving these orders.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I addressed the commander. Sorry.
She goes,
Furia,
I just told you to not ask questions. And you did.
I'm gonna sheepishly raise my hand. I have a question.
Oh my god. You face palms. Standing face palm. Okay.
Permission to wait halfway in between the base and here to make sure that Vi arrives safely.
Fine. Fine. I'm gonna regret all of you. And she walks away. Let's get moving. Go. Come on, move.
I think I'm imagining Cinder's hand going halfway up before like either Raven or Thalen just slowly lowers his hand.
Puts his hand down for him.
Right.
I am going to walk up to Vi, put a hand on her shoulder, and I'm going to say, you've got this. And I'm going to cast Heroism on her. Just give her a little bit of extra tippery. It only lasts for 1 minute. Never mind.
I'm like, okay, waste your spell slot, Toby.
The thought counts.
It's the thought that
save
counts.
it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You heard the lady. Let's get out of here and proceed to hopefully not gas the city by doing this.
Furia looks at you and goes, Do you realize that you are speaking these thoughts out loud in front of everybody? You know you're doing that, right?
I was hoping. I mean, I don't have time to sit here and pray, but I am a religious woman. But I'm at least hoping and running as directed, ma'am.
She goes, listen here. This is, and you know this, and I know you know this. This is a strict military hierarchy. If she says that she is God over the land and the waters and of birds and of chickadees and of tuna, then that's what she is. You don't question it. You don't make sarcastic, snide remarks about it, and you don't throw questions out there trying to clarify the situation. You just accept it, and you move on, and you wait for her tuna-related orders, okay? That's all. Okay.
Nothing fishy at all about that, ma'am.
No.
Yes, ma'am.
No, not at all. That also applies to everyone above your rank, which includes me. So, shut up and march! Okay.
Can I?
Can you?
Can I blow up the bomb and run?
Yeah, so you take the cork out of this fulmination potion. You've like thrown one of these in basic training, right? You know when you pop the cork, it's going to start fizzing like a Roman candle, like a sparkler, and just start spitting fire out of it. And you pop it out, you drop it down the hole, and you go where she told you to go?
Dash to the water, full on dead sprint, just
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. Where's when I refreshed this page, it ruined everything. Dexterity save. Hey, it's +5.
Very nice.
That
Okay.
+5 saved me.
So you get to like these two trees right here, and that's when the ground kind of disappears out from under you, and you're moving still. You're still moving at speed. You're running, and you feel yourself hit the water immediately, and it's very cold because it's winter. And you're under the water, very disoriented. After a moment, you get back onto the surface. This whole area on fire. Everything's on fire up here. There is a cloud of greenish-black smoke rising through the air, and it's kind of moving straight up and towards, like, the northwesterly sort of direction. But it's not like pluming. It's not like spreading horizontally. It's going up first. And what you're kind of putting together is that the initial explosion wasn't big enough to blow the top off of the base. So it's just burning and going straight up like a chimney fire. It'll take you several hours to get back to base on your own, but you will do so.
It's just swimming back to land. I'm just by myself. I excel by myself.
Yep. I'm going to have everybody return to headquarters. I'm just going to gather everybody here real quick.
Yep. And Justine's been keeping an eye out the window, like to see if there's been any cloud of smoke headed in her direction in case she needs to use gust of wind to try to save our lives, just to be on the safe side, given that clearly somebody in command wants to kill everybody. Her paranoia level has increased.
Great. Okay. Alright, so everybody is in the street now. Sorry, Thalen, I didn't mean to like...
Except for me, I was exiled.
Oh, yeah, you
I'm
got
now Shadow Thalen.
You got exiled because, reasons. I had you and a couple of others selected at the same time, so...
So, has it been pouring rain the entire time I'm running back to base?
Yep, you're soaked. You can't get dry.
Anybody know?
I look like a mess.
Prestidigitation?
I look like a fucking mess. Wait, are you really asking that when it's actively raining right now?
Yes.
I look over at Amelia and go, do you know prestidigitation? If so, we might want to consider getting her inside and getting her dried off and warmed up. The cold temperature and rain can't be good for her health.
Where I live, it's actually much colder than this. Almost certain. Or at least it live
I
underground.
do.
I'll be fine.
think
I
we
like
have,
push back everybody and just go inside.
Right, so
I'm not in a good mood at all for running around by myself for hours.
Commander goes while you're leaving. I want everybody in here so we can talk about what just happened. Officers and crap, my brain just stopped. Non-commissioned officers, sergeants and officers in this room.
At the wall.
Amelia will pass a round of prestidigitation to dry up everyone.
Sure, yeah. Prestidigitation.
Didgeridoo.
Prestidigitou. I think Cinder would want to be next to the major.
As compared to the prestidilly-do, which would be begging you for food or wanting to go outside or wanted petsies or any of the above.
Right now she is asleep, so do not curse me with that. Do not speak her name. You will activate her and her brothers.
Oh.
Activate the sleeper code.
Yeah. Okay. So the commander stands at the table and says to everyone, okay, now I'm going to explain the reason why we blew up the base. Wait, Dullahan would be here too. Let me grab her. Where is she? There she is. Okay. Make sure. No, I'm going to take this guy in here too. He is technically an officer, so he's going to be here. Okay, so she goes, so the reason we blew up the Gorgon's base, this is Commander speaking, we want the enemy to think that their plan happened. Does everybody understand that?
Makes sense.
Okay. Now, we didn't leave their bomb to do it because I am not going to consign an area to 100 years of poison. Maybe 25. But thankfully, Vi got out of there in one piece. Appreciate you. Most definitely. So, I will put in for a promotion for you as well, because you have earned it through diligent sacrifice. Now, we blew up the base to kind of throw the enemy off our trail here. We are believing now that the enemy is within as well. This was always a possibility. Throughout history, humans have always been corruptible, and so there was always the potential that members of our own military would be traitorous. The problem is that there is someone in a high enough position to be able to influence operations like this, and to carry out such sophisticated operation as this. Now, to address Thalen's other concern, why would the demons roll through and kill everybody in that fort when this plan was in place? I don't think the demons knew or cared. One of the two. If they cared, they wouldn't have done it, and if they knew and they cared, they wouldn't have done it. So if they didn't know, or if they didn't care, they did what they did anyway. Regardless, the facts are that they did it. Which meant we would have brought the explosives to this base. We would have found Miss Dullahan here, and if we had followed orders and not opened up the boxes and noticed what was inside, we might have left those right where they were, and things would have gone the way they did. With the explosives destroyed and the magazine there destroyed, with what ammo we could take back with us in our hands, we'll be rolling the 8th Gorgons that remain into our organization, and we'll be using their converted artillery for our cause. As far as officers are concerned, outside of this room, we cannot 100% trust them. We're perhaps the only ones that know what is happening. It can't leave this room until we know who to accuse. So if you have the inclination to blab to everyone you know about everything that you have seen or done and everything that you have learned, please, for the safety of all of us here, shut the fuck up. Do your best impression of a corpse, silent and unnoticed. I don't want to hear any gossip. I don't want to hear any chatter. This mission, as far as we accomplished it, if anyone asks, was accomplished to the best of our ability. Unfortunately, there was an accident at the magazine. It exploded. Luckily, we all got out alive. You may think, oh, that's unbelievable that everyone would escape unscathed. Accidents happen all the time. People get out of them without any injuries all the time. So, no one here says a word to anyone outside of this room. That includes the enlisted, that includes other soldiers, about what happened. And if I catch you talking, I will kill you myself.
And can Thalen make an insight on Kara and our quartermaster?
Yeah.
It's the two people here that he knows the least. So
Sure. Okay. Kara looks like she can't believe her terrible luck. And the quartermaster also looks like he can't believe his terrible luck.
Yeah, Justine will kind of like halfway raise her hand, like not sure if you should ask a question or not.
Okay, Justine.
Are these orders, do they cover just the delivery or also the events, the fate of the Gorgons as we found them?
The entire incident. You say we completed our mission. Unfortunately, there was an accident and the magazine exploded. If someone asks you about casualties, you shrug and go, the magazine exploded.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Cinder, looking at you. Asher and your other Dagling friends, you don't tell them any of this. Not a word, not a sniff, not a bark, not a fart, okay?
Yes, indeed.
Good. I know Asher has a way of pulling things out of you. This is your most important mission. Your second most important mission is being clean, but your first most important mission is this one. It's between this and being clean, it's this. Okay?
Thalen's gonna raise his hand to not. He's only gonna raise it slightly. He's got like a slight interjection.
She looks at you, Thalen.
He's gonna look over at Cinder and say, Cinder, you also can't tell them you have a secret.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. He's gonna nod at the commander.
Good catch, Thalen.
Yeah, Justine will look over at Thalen and address a question in Thalen's direction. Now, when you saw the crates, I didn't see them myself, but you and Vi saw them. They were definitely sealed, and the seals were signed off by like Central Command, right? So definitely above the pay grade of anyone in this room.
I don't know if the Thalen would have kept that note with instructions on it if he could have the one that said wait until until the inspector shows up.
Right.
So he's going to produce that note either to Justine or the commander.
The commander reaches for it.
Justine lets her take it.
She takes it, she looks at it, reads it over, says, "This is the only copy?"
As far as I'm aware.
Great.
It's the one that was with the convoy.
She takes it and she throws it in the fire.
And then Thalen will turn and answer Justine's question to the best of his ability, just describing the seals that were on it, the on-site papers.
Hold on a moment. We got the insight check here. Can't not make the insight check on that.
You're insight checking the commander?
Yes, this is the only copy, right? There isn't any other copies of this damning evidence, right? Well, let me destroy it so people aren't on to me. Justine has become a little bit paranoid from this whole incident, so she is trying to make sure that the people in this room are safe.
Sure. Your read on the commander, though she is a tough read, is that she is two things right now. She is furious, and she is terrified. But she's not terrified about, like, you all discovering some kind of heinous secret. She is terrified for the company, for the battalion. She's scared for you guys, so...
And it's also the same insight on our new quartermaster and Bucket and Furia.
Okay. Furia is kind of lost as to what to do from that 18. The quartermaster still is trying to deal with his horrible luck, and so is Sergeant Dullahan.
Okay, so Justine is satisfied that the folks in this room are indeed trustworthy, and that this plan came from somewhere outside of this room, and so her paranoia, at least at this group, is satisfied.
Okay. The commander goes, "All right, so this should go without saying, but I'm going to say this so everybody knows. This, right now, is the last time we talk about this, for fear of being overheard by someone we don't intend to overhear us. If some new information about this comes to light, you approach just Furia and you tell her the information that you have found out. Don't go telling other squad members. Don't go telling everybody around you. Don't go telling each other. Go and tell Furia. And just Furia. And she will be the one to tell everyone else to meet up here. And just to meet up here. If you hear from someone else to meet up here for a conversation about something important, do not do that. Go to Furia. Okay? All of our information will flow to the lieutenant, who will then bring us together so that we can have a conversation together in security. Okay? Okay. So, anything else about this anyone want to talk about before we go about our regular business? Questions? I think there's a lot of concerns here. Okay. Questions?
Yeah, Thalen will speak up. He's gonna say, what's our relationship gonna be with orders from command now? I mean, we can't second guess everything.
No, that's more or less my problem, Thalen, but I do appreciate the question. We will have to follow orders from command unless we have a very good reason to not follow those orders. Those good reasons are limited, such as following orders will put civilians in harm's way. Following orders will be of detrimental tactical and strategic value, i.e., if we are ordered to abandon a piece of strategic hardware, such as a shield generator, right, and let the enemy have it, those are orders we can defy because the shield generator is of strategic value, very high strategic value. Okay? It's what keeps us from being bombarded every day and all night. So, those are the kinds of things. For example, if we're sent to an area to draw demons to it and the area is full of civilians, we can avoid doing that, right? We can't avoid putting ourselves in harm's way. That is the reason why we exist, is to put ourselves in harm's way. We run towards the danger. We kill the monster where we find it.
Yeah, Thalen's gonna nod. He's got another comment, but he's gonna look around, make sure no one else is gonna anything to say.
Justine will speak up again. You raise a good point, Thalen, about orders and our relationship with command and etc. Turns in the direction of the commander. Is there anything more, for lack of a better word, proactive we can do in this situation to possibly keep others from falling prey to situations such as we just were part of?
So that is a very good question, as we will want to determine who in the organization, the Current Defense Force, the CDF, that we can trust. We know we can trust the people in this room. Our intelligence officer, Major Veilmeyer here, has contacts across the organization. I know we work her too much already to give us battle intel, but I think it is going to be more important for us to have intel about what orders are coming from who, so that we can gauge and begin to understand who is the corrupted official at the top that we have to be worried about.
I mean, these orders had to come through some sort of chain of command to get handed down to us, right?
Right.
Is there some way for Major Veilmeyer to kind of clandestinely track that chain of command down to maybe get a short list of suspects?
The Major goes, yes, that is what I will be doing. That is part of what I will be doing. I'll be talking to my contacts about these individuals. I'll be talking to my other friends in the intelligence community about these individuals. We'll see how far this goes.
In the meantime, then we will just, from my understanding of what you had to say, Commander, is we will just go about business as usual and try not to tip the hand of of whoever it is that is behind this.
She nods and goes, yes, if they know that we know, we will die first. They will contrive of a means to destroy us. So we will avoid looking like we know for as long as possible. Now, the people most in harm's way immediately are going to be, of course, the enlisted, the soldiers, because they don't know anything, and so they are going to continue going about things as if everyone is trustworthy. You will have to look out for them. Ask them why they're doing things. Ride them hard about whose orders they're following when you come across them. If it's from one of us, fine, leave them alone. If it's from somebody outside of us, figure out what they're doing, why they're doing it, and if it seems reasonable, fine. If it seems suspect, tell the lieutenant.
It's like, with all due respect, ma'am, shouldn't someone outside of us be going through the chain of command and passing the orders through you or Sergeant Bucket or etc. to get our men to do something?
That is not how this works. So, let's say you're out in the field and you were separated from everyone like Vi was not too long ago. Vi could have been stumbled upon by a knight from one of the other orders. At that point, it would be the knight's obligation and her obligation to remain together. And if that knight had orders that superseded hers, i.e., of more pressing concern, she would have no choice but to go with him. Because that is what the law says. So,
yes, ma'am. That makes sense. I've been too long stuck with the chain of command, ma'am.
There are times where people outside of our chain of command who outrank are enlisted, and some of you may be handing you orders to do something mundane, like sweep the street, or get all the sunshine off the sidewalk, or, carry around a potted plant because you're wasting the air you breathe, right?
Jesus.
Those are the kinds of things you can just do those, right? Because they're trying to make a point about you. But if it's something like, hey, I want you to carry these bombs into this building and just leave them there, maybe tell an adult. Like us. Tell Furia. Tell myself. Tell Veilmeyer.
Cinder's trying to write down notes to Terry.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
I heard what he said. Cinder's trying to write down notes right now about what's going on.
Yeah. Which was somewhat appropriate because it almost sounded like the intercom system in the airport, where if you see suspicious packages, they are asked to carry someone's luggage or get to report it.
Danny might be in an airport right now. You don't know.
I know, but I mean that was incredibly relevant to the speech the commander was giving. It's like it's almost exactly like what she's telling us.
As she's finishing
perfect timing.
Yeah, as she's finishing what she's saying, she goes, or you could approach Morris here and ask and tell him he is a mage. Sometimes he can do stuff. He goes, no, please. No, I don't know.
I don't want this responsibility. Don't put that on me.
Please don't put that on me, Commander. I do not want to be a part of this. She looks at him and goes, too late. You're a part of this. Congratulations. He kind of slumps and goes, ugh. I hate this job so much. I hate it here.
Makes a mental note to get him around at the tavern later. It's like, hey, duty sucks sometimes.
The commander goes, okay. Any other questions or anything else before we break for the evening?
How this is Jordan asking you, the DM. How public is was my father disinheriting me? Is that like made the rounds, or has that not even happened yet? Or
I would say the nobility knows about it. Because that kind of gossip is going to spread pretty quickly amongst the nobility.
okay,
But as for the enlisted, they probably don't know. They probably will hear your last name and go, oh, you're a lord. And not even think about, like, which lord are you? Just, they'll be like, oh, he's a lord. Right. So.
but almost if not all, then the vast majority of major political players would be aware of that.
Yeah.
That my stature
Yeah.
are reduced.
Yeah, if the king was in the room, he'd be like, well, this guy's nobody because he just got disinherited by his pop, right? So, you know, the commander probably is aware of it. The commander is aware of it, let's put it that way. Furia's aware of it. I think you guys have talked. Sergeant Doulahan, definitely not. She just met you. Like 3 hours ago.
Yeah, and Justine's from nobility, but doesn't far enough down the chain of the cadet house to not really give a damn about who is currently in line to inherit what in other families around Cruin.
Yeah.
Well, Thalen's going to suggest, just looking over at the commander and Veilmeyer, my name doesn't exactly throw around a lot of weight from me anymore, but if it comes up that at some point in your investigation, if it's if you turn up a noble name, I may be an in. I might be able to start that conversation either as a corruptible person myself or a plausibly deniable part of this unit. My relation to the nobility.
She kind of looks like she's thinking there for a minute to kind of process through what you said, and then looks at the major. The major goes, well, you did score okay. So, the commander then goes, if it turns out we need you for that, the major will approach you. Okay?
Thalen will nod.
Okay. I want the enlisted to be scouring through every box that comes into this base. Down to the nails. Be on their ass about it. Make them miserable about it. I don't care if it seems like it's pointless. You all know why we're doing it. Every box, every parcel, every piece of mail. Opened, searched through. From bottom to top. We're also going to have them search through every box and every container on base right now, tonight. And no one sleeps until we can verify that the contents of everything is exactly what it says on the tin. I don't want to be asleep tonight and have half the base explode because we weren't thorough. Okay?
At last, my time has come.
That's right, Cinder. Wreak havoc upon our storage unit and all of our storage items.
What's our cover for this?
Inspection.
I'm gonna inspect the shit out of everything.
That's right. Okay. Anything else?
mean, 14th already has a little bit of a checkered name. We got to try to put on a good show and look good for the higher ups. I assume is the cover story, right, ma'am?
Let's go with that. Okay. No other comments? No other questions? I'm sure everyone's concerned. Everyone has the same concerns. Okay, great. Wonderful. Get to work.
Salute. And are we dismissed?
Yes.
I will leave.
Okay.
Oh, things get black again to me. I have to restart the whole damn thing again.
The sergeant goes outside and starts yelling at everyone he can see.
I'm gonna just
He is playing
try
his
to
part.
stealth around him. Hold on, let me roll my stealth.
Trying to escape the sergeant before he spots you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out. Goodbye.
Yeah, Justine will go over to the bar and try to find a tankard or something to drink.
I buffed out a window.
This is going to be a long night.
Out a window. Just kidding. I'm not. Oh wait, and where am I?
You're in the in the side of at the side of the building.
I think
Goodbye.
Cinder's gonna pop out and just copy everything the sergeant does and yell the exact same thing.
I love it. Riddle just turns around and Vi's just gone.
Yeah, Riddle, there was a brief gust and Vi has disappeared.
An ever
You know, Camellia, I used to be able to do that too. Can't really sneak around when my foot sounds like this and I stomp my metal foot against them. Stone ground.
I'm looking at him through the window. Just kidding, I'm not.
I was like, how do you get... I guess you can... I guess if I'm
okay.
sitting out here at the bar, I guess this does the job.
Yeah, you can, there's a curtain back there you can just walk through.
I tried, but...
It's easier
Maybe I didn't notice the curtain.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, there. Yeah, it's a long night. Need a bite, need something, need a tankard or something, and then start looking for stuff.
Alright, so the enlisted are now scrambling all over the base, opening crates, searching through crates, opening barrels, searching through barrels. Everything. Just everything. Morris goes over to the quartermaster office over here. Goes inside. You just hear yelling. What do you mean? Going back and forth probably about searching the whole place. There's inventory in there, and they have to search through it. They're so pissed off.
What about in here?
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
I'm in the barracks. Are these like chests in here by the beds?
Yeah, that's where you guys keep your stuff. These are your footlockers.
I have to mind that, like, maybe they're even compromised.
You gonna search through everybody's stuff?
Well, I'm gonna look at Titan first.
He looks at you. He's happy, panting. He wags his tail.
Very cute. Very cute. Do you smell something in here, boy?
He proceeds to get into the play position.
Wow. Where is your master?
He goes this way.
Okay, bye.
After getting food and something to drink, we'll immediately do the go dump out the footlocker.
Oh no.
Look through it. Vault everything, put it back in there. If I can get my token across to the barracks.
Well, I don't think you're gonna beat Vi to tossing that room, so...
That's fine. I'm still gonna look through my footlocker to make sure nothing has been stuck into it, whether or not Vi has looked in it first or not.
I will check mine first, obviously, but yes.
And then wherever we keep the medical supplies and things like bandages and etc. and things like that, the things like a cleric would normally be involved with, she will head there next.
Okay.
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
so the smith after that meeting is now back in the smithy, right?
Right.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in, and despite knowing that the smith just heard everything, I'm gonna start, opening up barrels, looking through crates in the smithy, just being very obvious about it.
He doesn't stop you. She looks super pissed off. They're in the middle of an argument about why this is happening, and he is stonewalling her. It's like, don't ask questions. Don't ask questions, Sarah. Just fucking do it. We're supposed to do it. They're orders. We're gonna fucking do it, okay? So, as this fuckwad is doing, do, okay? Open all the boxes, dump all the shit out, reorganize. If there's anything in here that's not supposed to be in here, report it to me. That's all you have to do. And she's losing her shit at him. He's losing her shit at you. They get so close in each other's faces yelling, they are not productive at all.
You know what? I'm gonna be the peacekeeper. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. I have something very important to say.
What?
Can any of you? Do you know how to work on a metal foot?
He looks at you and goes, "Is it? No, I don't. I don't know how to work on a metal foot. I am not a clockworker."
I've been trying to think of a way that I could improve the foot. Is this a good time we can talk about it? I wanna do something.
Are you
make it more of a weapon?
Fucking kidding me right now, Renault? Right now? Right now. After the meeting we just had, right now, Renault.
Can I come in and smack? I'm just kidding. I can't. I know I can't.
Go find the girl with the arm. Go find her. She's a person that does the stuff. Go find her. Hi, Delado. I know I disturbed you with all the yelling.
I assume I didn't find anything in their barrels.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
For the
guys.
brief time that I was.
So you guys take the next several hours, well into the night, to search the base. Please give me investigation checks, all of you.
Am I getting help from Titan?
Yeah. As helpful as a dog can be in this instance, yes.
Does that mean a normal roll?
No, you can have advantage. He's going to help you.
I find.
Don't forget, we still have bonuses.
Yes, you still have bonuses.
Bonuses aren't going to help me any. I just find dust.
Okay.
Balin found something, I guess.
Vi, go ahead and roll a investigation check for me, please.
Okay. This yeah.
Is that everybody? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. We are missing Cinder.
Hey, guys, the same mode of dust I just found?
Cinder, Danny, if you can, please roll an investigation check. If you can't, that's okay. I know you're not in the greatest of locations at the moment. Give him another, 10 seconds. Okay. So, to sum up, you guys waste 6 hours going through the base's inventory. Top to bottom, every box, every barrel, every crate, every rack, every shelf, in all of the beds, remaking the beds, re-putting the furniture back, putting all of the shit back in the boxes, putting all the shit back in the barrels.
Oh, that's a bold assumption.
Oh, no, if you don't think it's gonna happen, the sergeant and others have words for you about it. But yes, you guys do take several hours to dismantle the base and put it back together. Just to the commander's satisfaction. Once that is all over, you are dismissed to bed because it will be very late. And the next day will be a normal base downtime day for you guys. So let me go ahead and move everybody back to the yard. And if you're not in the yard and you can move yourself, you can move yourself to the yard.
And I will need a downtime thing whenever it's convenient for you to create it.
Yeah. Let me get to that.
And I'm moving myself toward the yard, so therefore you don't have to move my token.
Right. Okay. So
I guess Thalen and Titan just absolutely got into the groove with that 20.
yeah, you guys. It was a fun bonding time for Titan at least. Like he enjoyed himself. He had fun. Okay. So this is where we are right now. We will begin our next session on the 20th of Crozius in the morning.
Oh man, I really hope I didn't get sick by throwing myself into that lake.
Roll for sickness?
I'll roll for my sanity. How about that?
Yeah, you can do that if you want.
We haven't had a whole lot of those this campaign, honestly.
But seeing all the bodies and like the residual death song, I'm surprised there were no sanity rolls being called.
Sanity is for being confronted with the things outside your reality. So,
I see.
Like demons beyond your comprehension, or looking into one of the hells, or that sort of stuff. It's not for like mundane horrors, like a room full of dead bodies. That's a mundane horror. Still horrifying. Still mentally damaging. Not saying
I
it
was
isn't.
saying like how they died, you know?
Yeah, I get that. But magic is a thing that you can comprehend fairly easily in this world. Oh, magic killed them? Great. I don't need to understand anything more than that. Magic killed them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, absolutely, yes. End of session is now. So I'm going to go ahead and end the session now.
No, I want to keep going.
You want to keep going?
I need to go around and question everybody about everything they're doing and who is their daddy.
I haven't got enough Cinder yet.
You haven't gone off on Cinder yet?
No, I don't know. I haven't heard enough of Cinder because he's been quiet this whole game.
Sorry.
And we still have all these bonuses to spend on downtime rolls, if nothing else.
No, they get refunded. But if you guys do want to do some light role play between now and 10, I could be here for that.
Let's question everybody, what they're doing, who their parents are.
Yeah,
where they were at 3 o'clock in the morning last night.
Right now, develop the names of every single enlisted person in the 14th Bane.
I'm just
so we can talk
imagining
to them all
Cinder
one
in
on
like
Yeah.
investigator coat and hat.
Oh my god.
No pants, no
think-
shoes, just a coat and hat.
I do think Thalen is absolutely grilling some poor enlisted guy whose like illegal cheese stash he found in the warehouse. Like, this 20 was something.
Yeah, I mean, where the hell is Cinder? Why isn't he on this map?
The questions I'm asking is, when's the last time you
He's right
took a
next to
bath?
me. He's right there.
Oh yeah, there he is. When was the last time?
Last time they had a bath.
Honestly, I've got a dumb question that we probably answered and I probably missed it or something. But do we know who, like, because all right, we have the orders that somebody sent to, you know, the Gorgons. Who brought the orders?
Well, the commander relayed the orders. She didn't tell you who gave them to her.
Because I think that's something we might want to delve into, honestly. You know, who brought them to you? Let's follow that chain just a little bit, see if we can without getting detected. You know.
Here's something I need canonized. Who were the two people that Vi saw talking to each other that one
I'm
night?
still mad about that. I'm so an airhead. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I move on, and I can just, in my mind's ear, as we go, ah!
Do you mean like in this room, in the
Yes.
tavern, when she was like walking around, she saw them talking to each other?
Yeah, I thought they were just another freaking, like, soldier in this base. I haven't seen them before. I never recognized all the faces. I didn't think anything of it.
I mean, it's either an in-depth conspiracy or it's the blacksmith and quartermaster ship that we're all not talking about. So
That's funny.
Oh, I ship them so hard now.
yeah, I mean, we've all heard the energy between those two.
Mhm.
Why are we focusing
100%.
on this?
Oh, two Italian like personalities fighting in a room, definitely, right?
Yeah.
Papa the beep. I didn't hear any Papa the beep.
No, but like
And they meet up occasionally to drink where
they're-
no one else is around.
Yeah, they're screaming at each other, just having a nothing argument right now.
Sounds like someone I know. Me.
Are you feeling a little called out there, Vi?
I played the fifth.
You played the pause.
Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to do some light role play until now, until the until 10 o'clock, I'm cool with that.
Alright, well,
Mhm.
it's the morning, right? I'm just gonna go get something to eat. And if anyone wants to talk to Vi, whatever, I'll be here until clock out.
I do think we should celebrate Vi's promotion, if
Oh,
not,
yeah.
like, obviously no mention of why, but like, you know.
All I was about to say, so she can't be actually officially promoted yet because that might alert people that, hey, she must have done something above and beyond there, and might make the guilty people suspicious.
Could just
Well,
be
I mean, I
battlefield
would.
performance. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, like, promotions are not uncommon over stellar performance. Whoops, hair.
Or long service, or
Vi's unit
Yeah,
is like 50% of our battlefield kills. Like,
50?
That's at
That's
least
insulting.
it's at least 50. It's
hey,
No,
there's a greater
not
than or equal than
50.
sign right there. Okay, I'm just
No,
hedging my bets.
No. I distinctly remember making the most killing blows in this campaign.
so at least 60.
No, get out.
I think it's slowly killing Cinder to keep a secret, and he's just reporting every little thing of everything that he thinks is curious to Furiosa.
To Lieutenant Furia.
Furious.
Who's that?
She when you come up to her and report one of these things, she kind of like crouches down to your level and goes, "Tell me all about it, Cinder."
Aww.
And just like everything.
I'm surprised Cinder's not going to the major with all this information, but at least Cinder's following orders.
Furia, once you've dumped all of the information as to why the way that guy was shoveling is suspicious, she goes, "Well, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm gonna go and yell at him for 20 minutes. And, yeah, I'm gonna go yell at him for 20 minutes. And we'll see how he shovels after that, huh?"
Like the most rigid salute, and then he's off to go yell at people for random things about not bathing.
Okay. Yeah, Cinder has become the bathing police around here.
This training's worked out, I guess.
If he's got to do it, so do you.
You.
I already got my quota for today.
Yeah. Big ol' swim.
A company that bathes together survives together.
No, thank you.
Yeah, but who knows how clean that water is? You may have got out of the water, and you may smell like raw sewage for all we know.
It's okay. He puts in all the soaps every time.
All the soaps every time.
Yeah, the commander's gonna have a word with you about the soap budget.
I think the soap cabinet has a padlock on it after like the second time. Like, there's no way it's not. Like, you need an officer escort to get the soap now.
Y'all,
After the soap incident.
you guys can't be trusted with the soap anymore.
It's a key tied to a rock.
Placed conveniently on a high shelf right out of reach.
Right. Just see him running around the base
How will
looking for
that
a
stop him?
stool. Yeah, that won't stop him. Just gonna climb the cabinet.
I guess I'll be that player for today. Are we hitting level 4? Are we?
Oh
About
yes.
that one.
Well, it is the end of an operation, and so of course you will hit level 4.
Yeah.
Yay!
Level 4 is important because that means we get an ASI or a feat.
That's true. You do get an ability
Nice.
score improvement or a feat. So
Not me.
There was-
oh yes, not Vi,
There's a
because you chose to multiclass.
And me.
Nice.
And
We
Thalen.
We just get little class features.
Yeah. Look at you acquiring
There-
more class features.
There was definitely a second today where I looked at my profile and I saw level 3. I feel like I should be higher. Did I miss like a level up? And now CJ is just like letting me go on at level 3 because I wasn't paying attention. And
Do you think I would do that to you? Really?
Yes.
Like,
Damn!
if I wasn't paying attention, I mean.
Alright, well, I don't need to be roasted live. I'm gonna stop the stream now.
No. There's a reason you would let him in particular have that problem.
No, I don't think so. I think I
Yeah.
would do that to anyone.
You'd do that to Darrow because Darrow's the one that brought Contraxia into our world.
No, I see.
And so Contraxia would just think it's funny that another of Darrow's characters
I'm one step closer
had
to my
issues
werewolf.
to her.
Maybe in a sort of like roundabout meta kind of way, but really all that did was bring me more joy. So I'm gonna shut the stream down now. Say bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.